Can you tell what it is yet? We got a package. One 96 to 2000 Kswap Mishimoto radiator, serial numbered, lifetime warranty, all of that jazz. She gonna look sweet as taboo in the car. So, the one size fits all solution for Kswap radiators. If you're gonna fit the Mishimoto radiator, you're going to need to make a little bit of a choppy because this bottom rad hose has that extra bit of an angle on the end, and it just means it ain't ever going to fit. So we've done a little choppy, and now hopefully if I can get my arm in and then just put that on there. Radiator's not bolted up or anything just yet, so should just go on there, pull the tape off. There we go, she's all good. Might have a little bit of a kink. Well, I've just trimmed a little bit more off of this bottom hose. And I think I've got that fitment pretty nice now. So it actually goes parallel with the radiator and then just comes up nicely. I mean, it's helpful of them to put these white lines on. Unhelpful that they actually don't mean anything on this particular application. But anyways, we're there, we're good, we've got no kinks. Perfect. Get some clips, that's that sorted. Because this bracket is absolute jank, because that big hole there doesn't have a rubber grommet for it, and this hole here I made bigger to fit the other end, thinking I could make a hole in this here, then realised that was going to look shit. So I've got a little bit of 3mm alley and an angle grinder and a very wonky set of eyes, and I've made the beginnings of a little bracket. The plan here being that that's going to go across those two holes there and there, and that's going to go across there. Whether it works remains to be seen, and I do have to admit I'm actually copying Devon's idea here, so thanks mate for the inspiration, only I haven't got the engineering skills nor the tools to do a proper job, so this will have to do as a temporary measure just so it doesn't move around basically. So, yes, let's do some more choppy. That's it. She is fully in and solid. I did copy this bracket, sorry Devon, but it was a fantastic idea. It made perfect sense to utilise the second hole that was just doing nothing on the top support there, so I used the rubber grommet as well, drilled it out to M12 and then just hollowed out the middle of the grommet just so it's got some sort of rubber isolator there. And my homemade brackets at the bottom seem to be doing the trick. Now it is, I'll be honest, it's super close, but it's far enough away that it isn't touching, and the support seems to be solid enough. That it's not moving at all. So both hoses on, rad support done, bottom brackets done. She is starting to look a lot more like a proper car now. So I've ordered a ton of stuff that's required, like knock sensor and a load of other bits and pieces. So that should all be arriving over the next few days. Hopefully Saturday maybe we should be able to get a bit closer to finishing. Well, that's it for this episode. The engine is in, radiator's in, so loads of other stuff's going on. I'll be honest, I'm done in. I had Carlos helping me this weekend, which was awesome. It was great to have him down because a lot of this stuff is two-man job, and it's just, makes life very difficult to do it yourself. So he's been a huge help. And then Brock came down for a little bit on Sunday as well, just to drop a bit of expertise into the mix, help us get a couple of pieces done. It's been so hot. It's been like 31 degrees solid for like 3 days. Brits aren't made for this stuff. We can't cope with this weather. It's too hot. But this Kswap lark, everyone goes, oh yeah, just chuck it in there. There's a lot more to it than that. Now, I always knew I'd bitten off more than I could chew, because I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an engineer. I'm a graphic designer really, and a van driver now. So yeah, it's been fighting me, man. The steering bushes were a pain in the ass. Hard race, you suck, like genuinely. If you label something to fit a car from a particular year, from a particular country, i.e. JDM DC2, make sure it works first. Make sure it fits before you release it to the public, because I put it on Facebook to sort of see whether I was having the problem, whether it was me that was doing it wrong. And 3 or 4 other people that had all done exactly the same thing, bought the bushes expecting them to work, gone to fit them, and then realised that they just don't. So yeah, that sucks. So I've had to spend another £30 on some OEM Honda Integra mounts, or bushes, sorry, for the steering rack, and hopefully they'll fit. So I only bought the hard race one for the round D bush at the end, and I don't even know if that fits, because I've not been able to get the rack in, because I snapped the first rack trying to get the bushings out, and then sourced a second rack which was sold as an EG rack, but actually turns out that that's also a DC2 rack as well. So thank you, Mike, that was a result. That's Mike at R Motion. He hooks me up with all the rare Integra stuff, and he doesn't rip you off, and he knows his stuff. So not like those wheel center caps, which I'm not even sure I've included in a video. I'll do a separate episode on that, because that story is freaking hilarious, mate. This bloke on Instagram just wants the world for like everything. I think I paid £100 for 4 DC2 center caps, and when they arrived they were just completely wrecked, mate. They were just junk. They were absolute junk. They were literally, they were worth a £5 each at best. They've been sent off to get 3D, well, not been sent off, I've taken measurements of them and sent to a mate of mine, and he's doing me a CAD drawing, and we're going to 3D print a couple of prototypes to see if we can get some reproduced at an affordable cost, because this guy's taking the piss, mate. Like, honestly, I know some stuff's rare, but geez, it's taking the piss. Anyway, do another one on that. Any JDM Integra stuff or EK9 stuff, Mike at R Motion tends to have most of that gear knocking about. So hit him up if you need some cool Integra stuff. That's it for now. I'm done, because I could rant all day long. But I'm not going to, because I'm tired and I need to go and have a shower because it's hot. See you on the next one.